Hey everybody, good morning. I'm saying morning because it is morning. It is 1:23 a.m. Thursday morning, February 15th, 2018. Hope you like quickies. This is a pretty quick one. I said I wanted to do 2 cartoons in one day this week so I could take a day off this weekend, but I didn't want a national tragedy to spur that, and that's what we got. Had This is either our 18th or 19th school shooting for the year, and it's only uh, February. It's the middle of February, and on Valentine's Day there's another school shooting. What is it? 18 or 19? Sheesh. Uh, I'm doing this now so early in the morning mostly because I have these files on my computer, and I'm doing a cartoon after I post this, and I need to get these files off. So I'm doing the voiceover and about to post a video to YouTube. And wow. But this cartoon was drawn very, very quickly. I drew it within 2 hours. I think I started at 5 p.m. and I finished it. Had it posted on the blog by 7. I wrote a very short column. Everything was quick. And sometimes these work out really, really well. I don't know if this one did or not, but I kind of like it. And I don't know if someone's already done this cartoon. It looks to me like maybe somebody would have, because you know, we have so many school shootings that it's kind of hard to come up with the original idea for each and every single one. I mean, if you are a conservative cartoonist, every time there's a school shooting, all you do is draw Uncle Sam sad. I already saw a cartoon like that from a guy that's done the sad Uncle Sam 1,000 times, and I don't want to name him, because first off, he's not good enough to be named, and I don't want to shame someone publicly like that. But people think I just have it out for that one guy, and I don't have it out for that one guy. I have it out for all of them. I don't really have it out for them. I do criticize conservative cartoonists, just like I criticize conservative voters and politicians, because they don't propose any answers. They don't propose any solutions. They don't point out any criticism. When you just make sad face, you're not really contributing anything to any issue. And this is what Trump does. I mean, Trump, who says he needs all the information, it's like whenever Nazis kill people, he needs all the information before he can make any sort of public comment. But if a shooting happened and it was a brown guy, he would need all the information. Usually he screams that this is proof that we need tougher immigration policies. And the brown guy would be a Muslim who was born and raised in the United States. Or he came from a country that's not on Trump's proposed ban list. Of course, this is a guy who thinks that FISA memo is full of information. So, but this video is like at 10 minutes and 5 seconds. So, it's going to be pretty quick today. I still don't really have much to say about it because it's just a tough issue. And you can hear the TV in the background. I'm not playing any music today. I don't think it would be very appropriate. There is laundry going on in the background right outside my door. Again, pure giant buzz, that's what that is. But I don't know if anybody's going to see this video because I'm going to post it so late and people might miss it. And after I do post it, it's time to make the coffee and go to work on my next cartoon, which will be on the blog in the morning at Claytoonz.com. So, I'm not going to do any shoutouts today. I'll do the shoutouts for the next video, because this one isn't all that happy. I don't feel like being that silly. I have more anger than silliness right now. I'll be goofy for you tomorrow. I had the news on this afternoon. It's like I tell people when news is breaking that you need to watch CNN because that they are the best source for breaking news. And so I turned it over to CNN today. But after a couple hours, Wolf Blitzer had to turn it back because Wolf was really just asking some really, really stupid questions. And I turned it back, and Brian Williams was on MSNBC, and Brian Williams does a good job. I know that he got himself in trouble a few years ago, and he really, really hurt his reputation by making up stories about Iraq. But he's always been a really solid newsman, and plus he's likable and he's funny too. But he was covering it, and he knows how to cover a tough, hard issue. But unfortunately, right after Brian Williams, Chris Matthews came on. And Chris Matthews is one of those guys. He has a really, really good show. I like the format, the layout. But he's terrible at his job. I'm sorry. And his problem is, everybody talks about how he interrupts. He doesn't just interrupt. He interrupts himself. He'll ask a question, and then while the person's trying to answer it, he asks either them another question in their first sentence, or he answers his first question himself for them. And he just runs over himself. And I think for him to stop doing that would be like me to change the entire way that I talk here or anywhere. I think it's just too embedded, ingrained into his system. And for that, he needs to be replaced. He's been doing it long enough. And the other thing I don't like about Chris Matthews is, well, right now, I'm sure he wrote a great book, but that book came out before Christmas. It's February, and you can't watch his show without him talking about his book. I know he's got to sell copies, but come on. It's been 3 months. I said before Christmas. I'm seriously, I think it's been 3 months. I think it came out like in November. But I didn't take many breaks with this cartoon. I knew I didn't want to spend too much time with it. I didn't want to stare at it too long. I actually thought of a way of using this program to animate this idea, to actually do a moving cartoon. And I was actually playing with it in my head and exactly how to do it with the program and the software. And I thought, man, that's going to drive me nuts doing that. And I'll do it for sure if I start it, but it would probably take me all day. So, and there wouldn't be any payoff for it, so I didn't do it. But I might try that in the future. I might actually try to animate a cartoon in the future, even though I don't know what I would really do with it. Kind of like these YouTube videos. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'm waiting on the audience to show up to see if it's supported. It's actually been not so much criticized, but questioned. One cartoonist. I don't know if he's a cartoonist. He's a guy who writes about cartoons. He said to me, well, you know that whole animation thing with political cartoons hasn't really taken off. Nothing really worked out from it. And the cartoonists who do them, they spend hours, like 300 hours on an animation, and then there's no payoff for it. And so he said this might be the same way. But then I pointed out this is not an animation, it's a YouTube channel. And basically, other than drawing the cartoon, it takes me about an hour a day to put these things together. This one may be a little bit shorter. And most of that hour is waiting on things to compress, to format after the whole file is made. So this voiceover, like today, took me 10 minutes. And then it'll probably take like another 20, 25 minutes of the whole formatting, and then maybe 10 minutes to upload on YouTube. And then you hope somebody watches. But this cartoon is coming up to the completion. Thank you everybody for coming by and commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. I super duper appreciate it. You guys are all cool. And I will see you in a few hours, actually. Bye-bye and take care. See you tomorrow.